Are you all in line?
No. We're waiting for our drinks. You're all good.
Well, I'm mostly good, except on Sunday. Then I'm a sinner. Is it I'm only a sinner on Sunday, or that's the only? Felony in that city. Cops, they're committing a felony. It starts off as a misdemeanor by not reporting. I probably shouldn't have.
It was created to actually work at work. But it wasn't created to work. It's working just fine. But the elitists that created it.
Well, you look like somebody who's got construction too. I figured you for a. How do I say that without sounding rude? I don't mean a pool boy as in like a pool boy who cleans. I only say that because you're big and husky, you're burnt in the face, and you have. I see that. When I lived, come up here and we'll actually work up here. So all sorts of this, that, and the other. And whenever somebody would talk about how much they hated Mexicans, I'd be like, well, I hate. Helps to show the absurdity of it. My name's. I'm going to break my phone completely to pieces. Well, there's also a lot of stuff in this system that doesn't work. Yes, very much so. You know, if you're abused by the police, then you're a conspiracy theorist. You go to the hospital, same thing. If you're a male, same thing. Yeah, go with somebody else. And that's where, all right, for example, I was assaulted by an officer named Waylon Lolatai. That's why I need the cane. That's why I have problems actually writing my name sometimes. But the thing is that I was homeless and they just called me mentally ill. It was magically fine. Well, later on, he assaulted 7 more people the very same year. He was removed. They also sent me to a place called Clearview Behavioral Health because I tried to tell on them. Clearview Behavioral Health got shut down because, well, they were holding people for longer than they should on mental health. Somebody who was homeless tried to tell them in county, so it's magically fine. Well, they got closed down because they were keeping people for longer than they were allowed to on a 72-hour hold, and because they killed a man. They were injecting people with medications that shouldn't have been in them. So, conspiracy theory or not, both those places are closed. Theory, the evidence was there that it was closed down. I want to call the situation with Waylon Lolatai conspiracy theory, but the evidence is there that he was violent before me and violent after me. Well, that is the realm of conspiracy. But the difference between the two is that when Waylon Lolatai finally had to leave Boulder, it's because friends and family of the victims came forward. None of my friends or family did. The reason that Clearview was shut down is because the family of the victims came forward. There was Tibor Hatay, who was killed there, and then there was a 14-year-old boy who was being taken advantage of there, and a couple other people that were there that were basically, they were just there because they pulled on cops. Glad to shut down now. Anyway, I couldn't hear your name because the wind was blowing. Alright, I figured that's what it was. It's one of them silent things. That sounds wrong. My name is Sean, but my last name is Schwartz. Schwartz is not a name that you can pronounce without people going, what the fuck? Like they're not gonna miss
Nick,
that.
they're like, what, Nick? Like, no, Nick. Nick? No, Nick.
Right? Well, when somebody gets confused like that, you say, I'm not an Irish. There's a guy I knew named Mick Kubley, I think is what his last name was. We just called him Pubes for short because we're assholes. There's a reason I told you that. It had to do with his first name plus last name. Oh yeah, he was dark haired, and whenever people were like, "You mean like Mick? Mick?" No, I'm not Irish. I'm not Scottish. I'm not a Mick, I'm a Nick with the N. I guess it's the way to explain it better. Alright, well, I better get going.
Take care, man.
I'll pretend to.
It's the only one I got, man. Really, it is right now.
I'm too lazy to use pretend I hate you for it. You're good.
That's all right, man. I'll get you next time, though, for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, have a good day.
Hey there, how you doing?
Not as pretty as I was yesterday.
All right,
Good.
but you're here today though. Yeah, that's right, pretty or not.
Hi, welcome in.
Woke up with an extra gray hair and an extra wrinkle.
Some guy came in today and he said, I love his tag. I said, none of our prices are final. We take offers and donations from there. So I'm like, okay, we'll take that. If you want to give us 10 instead of.
It does.
Yeah, you have to get this good down.
It was just a little bit newer than a bit higher on. Sometimes I talk too much about it. People already know.
Heck of people. Talk anyway.